Welcome to the Jaguar Football Show with Coach Dawson Odums, where we bring you all the exciting action of the Southern University football program. It's brought to you by Coca-Cola, Louisiana Lottery, Healthy Blue, the Communities of Color Network Tobacco-Free Living, and Jerry Lane Chevrolet. Hello and welcome to Week 10 of the Jaguar Football Show with Coach Dawson Odums, where we come to you each week from Martha's Bistro, located at 19900 Old Scenic Highway in Zachary, Louisiana. Of course, we want you to go and check out Martha's Bistro social media at Martha's Bistro on Instagram and Twitter. See all the wonderful things they do and cook. And if you want, you can come up on Mondays about 12:30 and see the show tape, talk a little Southern University football, and have some wonderful Martha's Bistro food. Of course, you can catch us about 5 times a week on television. You see the graphic there. And of course, you can always catch us on our YouTube channel as well as our Facebook page. Coach, before we jump into football, Coach O, a somber experience surrounding the UAPB game with the passing of team volunteer psychologist, Dr. Deborah Fountain. Dr. Fountain has been with us for a while now, about 4 or 5 years, and done some great work. But, you know, talk about your working relationship with her, with working with the kids and all the issues on and off the field that she worked with. But tell us a little bit about Dr. Fountain and what she meant to the program.
Well, you know, she is very good at just having an understanding of and a listening ear from the young men, and just being able to deal with them, you know, with their social issues and, you know, whatever problems they may have had on and off the field, whether it was family, whether it was school, you know, whatever it may have been. She was always there for those guys, and it was an outlet for us as a staff to be able to direct them, you know, towards her, and for her to be able to help them get back on path. You don't really understand what some of these individuals, some of these players may be going through in life, and to be able to have somebody there to be able to deal with that. And a lot of people say, you know, some ministers play that role and for the church and for the community, but for our football team, Dr. Deborah Fountain was that outlet for our guys and really gave them a chance to get back on the right path. And we go truly miss her. She was like a mental coach for us and served, we called her the brain trust of the football program. And she also provided insight to coaches for us, our working relationship with each other, for seeing and overseeing it from an outside entity, being able to help us stay on track with each other and be able to help our players get back on track. So she was definitely a part of what we were building, and definitely a part of what we have here at Southern University, our football program. And she will be tremendously missed, and we know that she's in better hands now, and we continue to pray for her family going forward.
Thank you, Coach, for sharing a little bit about who Dr. Fountain was and what she meant to the team. And of course, condolences to the Fountain family and best wishes with the services and preparations for her. Coach, as we transition and jump into football, the UAPB game was actually a challenge for us. We were up by 20 at halftime, and then in the second half, it really became about a 10-point game, a 2-score game, a lot closer than that 20 points it was in the first half. You know, what happened in that game where it kept going ebb and flow?
Well, I really thought they did a great job. You know, I thought UAPB did a great job offensively of challenging us defensively. They found some plays that worked, and, you know, again, it's focus, you know, and I tell guys you got to have that focus throughout the ball game. And second half, we did not come out with the defensive focus that we needed to. You know, I think some guys started looking at the scoreboard, and one of my pet peeves is just play. Don't worry about how much time or what the score is. And, you know, some guys got caught scoreboard watching, and next thing you know, you're in a game. And they made a game of it all the way down to the end, and we made enough plays. But thankfully, Austin Howard showed up and played a tremendous football game. And if he played like that down the stretch, we will have a chance in every football game.
There you have it. Coach, let's jump into those first half highlights and show folks exactly what happened at vulnerable War Memorial Stadium in Little Rock, Arkansas. Coach, your special teams have been playing well, and they continued on this night, as you can see with the kickoff coverage right there.
It was definitely good, man. Our kickoff coverage showed up and did an outstanding job, I thought, for the whole entire football game.
Preston had a good stick right there. Unfortunately, they get on the board first on a rare score on Danny Johnson. They threw his way and they scored on him. That doesn't happen too often to Danny Johnson.
No, and I think when you go look at the film, you can see it was a bobble pass, and maybe if we had replay, it would have been ruled incomplete.
Is that right? Well, there you see the Jaguars on the move. Another young man who had a wonderful game for you, Herb Edwards. He had about 145 on the ground. Austin Howard, his mastery of passing the football on full display on this day. Coach, that was called a touchdown, but in my book, he bobbled the pass and it was not a touchdown.
Well, I think it evened it out. I think they got one in, we got one. So refs did a great job of evening things out.
A makeup call, huh? Well, there you see the Jaguar defense standing stout. Contavious Preston, he had a great game for you, Coach.
Well, he did. He played well, and I think we're going to need him to play even more well. And right there, that's just, bad effort right there. I think we had a chance to get him on the ground and didn't get him on the ground, just a lot of missed tackles.
Good return right here by Danny Johnson. That wasn't Danny, that's Jamal Washington doing his thing. Austin Howard, he hits
Jamal Washington.
Jamal Washington, that's it just said his name, for a nice 63-yard touchdown. Coach, right here, you're clicking this 14-14 defense back on the field. Tillman makes a stop, then Nash gets a sack. They recover that fumble. Then Tillman and Tiller get a sack, and Coach, we get the ball back, and there's that man again. Herb Edwards trying to do his thing. Austin Howard hits Washington. Washington was a busy man on this day, Coach.
Well, first time this year we had a receiver to go over 100 yards, and I was excited for Jamal Washington.
Beautiful. There you see the extra point.
And the Jaguars
right here, Coach, the Jaguars were up 21-14, so that was positive. And then they caused the fumble. Coach, you can't lose games when you make the other team turn the ball over.
Well, one of the categories we say you got to win is the turnover category, and you can see it's a tale of two halves. I thought the first half, the energy and the focus was there. You went into the locker room, had a good lead, and then you come out in the second half and you didn't play with that same energy.
Yeah. Well, you saw us fumble the ball. They fumbled the ball. We got it back. And then Herb doing his thing down the right sideline. Austin Howard getting the ball to the right playmakers and getting the touchdown right there. That was Dontrell Brown getting on the scoreboard. We get the ball back. Coach, on this first half effort,
Southern leads,
you really had to be pleased with what you saw, because everybody was clicking Jamal Washington getting another touchdown. You had to be pleased with the effort all the way around, especially with what happened pre-game.
Well, exactly. I thought the first half we had put the distractions behind us and really tried to focus in, and we played about as good of a first half as we played as a team. We're gaining on it. Now we got to figure out how to do that for two halves, and if we do that, I think we're going to go like what we see in November.
Well, there you saw the first half from Little Rock, Arkansas against UAPB on the Jaguar Football Show with Coach Dawson Odums. Stay with us.
The biggest scratch-off game of the season is here. It's Saints Game On from the Louisiana Lottery. Your chance to win up to $100,000. Scratch the back for an extra game. Enter the second chance drawings for VIP suite experiences, a deluxe limo experience, a tunnel team experience, official autographed team merchandise, and the grand prize, a 2018 season ticket package. Play Saints Game On from the Louisiana Lottery for your chance to make this your winning season.
No one can stop me when I taste the feeling. Nothing could ever bring me down. Nothing could ever bring me down. Taste the feeling.
Each morning in Baton Rouge, we rise to meet opportunity. We carry the weight of responsibility proudly. We choose our paths, we move fast, and we fly high. We light the way for others to follow. We make it happen. But what really matters is what happens when we land at home. Baton Rouge Metropolitan Airport. Fly easy.
Welcome back to the Jaguar Football Show with Coach Dawson Odums. Coach, we're up 34-14 at the half. What do you tell your team to guard against a letdown when they're up that much? And really, we were clicking well on both offense and defense to guard against a letdown.
Well, you let them know it's 0-0. They go come out and, offensively, we get the ball first. Let's go put a touchdown on the board and create some more separation. And it didn't go according to plan. We came out, went for it on 4th down. They got to stop. Short field momentum. Next thing you know, they put it in the end zone. That's 34-21. And you just got to come out and play the second half like you did the first half. Know the score is 0-0.
Coach, you had some outstanding efforts from a few players. Austin Howard threw for 5 TDs and 245. Pretty efficient day for him. Also puts him closer to beating Dre Joseph's records.
Well, I think total yards and touchdowns, I think that's been an outstanding career for a guy that took over as a true freshman. And he's healthy going down the stretch. And if he play well, this football team got a chance to be successful because he's as good as anybody I've seen at the quarterback position.
Also great efforts. Herb Edwards, 145 on the ground. Both Dylan Beard and Jamar Washington, 2 touchdowns. You're going to win some games when that happens. But on defense, Coach, Aaron Tiller, Danny Johnson, Montavious Gaines, DeMario Houston, Simeon Houston, Kentavious Preston. I need to go on and on and on. All those guys played lights out, Coach.
They played hard, and the thing is now we got to play smarter as a unit. And I think we gave up some plays that we normally make. And, our big thing is our good guys have to outplay their good guys, and everybody else have to raise their level. And we did that for about 3 quarters. But I think at the end of the day, that defense realized they can play a lot better. They realized they had some letdowns in that game, and we look for a bounce back this week.
Well, there you have it. Let's jump into those second half highlights, Coach, and show folks exactly what happened at War Memorial Stadium in the second half. Right here, unfortunately, we had a fumble. Austin Howard put it on the ground, and the Golden Lions capitalized on it and got on the board to make the score 34-21 at this juncture. Coach, you put in Lampley, and it seemed like you put him at the right time. He came in and used his feet, got a first down. Then he came in and threw some great passes. That young man is growing. He's maturing.
Very good football player to be a true freshman. Got a good understanding of the offense, and he moved us right down the field. We got a chance, and when you look at it, we fumble coming out. Right here's another fumble that changed it. We didn't get a chance to even attempt to get 3 points right here. They ran it back down to good field position and had the short field. So the first 2 touchdowns they got offensively were because of the short field. Good stand here. Defense got a chance. Somebody got to make a play.
That was a huge hit right there, Coach. That is a huge hit. You got to one of those you got to show twice. Is that Augustine?
That's Danny
Johnson.
Danny Johnson. And
bringing the boom.
And you hold them to 3 right there. So great job when you get the ball on the short field. Sudden change, holding an opponent to 3 points.
Scored 34-24 at this juncture. Edwards rips off one for 18. He rips off one for 12. Unfortunately, we punt. They punt. We get it back. Howard hits Brown for 8. Then Edwards rushes for 19. Coach, that young man was carrying some folks right there.
I'm so proud of her, man. I think he's done a great job here. You got your quarterback running, sliding, getting the first down in the red zone. Great job here to Dylan Beard. So, man, when we come right back, then we miss the extra point. So that's that focus on that, a rocky boat. You do something good and you do something bad.
Great defensive effort right there. But, Coach, we got to back up and talk about we left 5 points on the field, 2 missed extra points and a missed field goal. That could be the difference in the game in the future.
Yeah, exactly. The true freshman just went back to work today on his fundamentals and got to continue to work on that.
Great run right here, Coach. Great individual effort, taking his 63 yards up the gut. You can't not be happy for a young man who does that kind of work.
Well, Ben has been out, so welcome back. Devon Ben, come right back where he left. Here you go is one of those things you talked about. A field goal missed to the left. Just special teams. I mean, a field goal and PAT unit didn't have the great day that we're accustomed to them having.
Well, one thing's for sure, even when something like that happens, you see your defense playing lights out. Tip drill, Montavious Gaines comes up with a nice interception right there, Coach.
Well, exactly, and it came from DeMario Houston, who I think is really locked in to become a great player for us down the stretch.
You see the Golden Lions get back on the scoreboard with both a touchdown and the 2-point conversion. Final score, 47-40. Coach, it was good to get out of Little Rock with a win.
Very good to escape Little Rock with a win, and I think that's going to help us refocus going into the month of November.
When we come back, we're going to talk about our Alpha Media Players of the Week and have our Coca-Cola player interview on the Jaguar Football Show with Coach Dawson Odums.
I have 2 kids, and like any mom, I want them to be healthy. So I chose Healthy Blue for our Healthy Louisiana plan. We get all our Medicaid benefits and pharmacy and prescription drug coverage. But you know what I really like? I get rewards for taking my kids to their doctor visits.
Choose Healthy Blue. Call 1-855-229-6848 today. That's 1-855-229-6848.
Diseases from smoking kill more African Americans each year than car crashes, AIDS, and murders combined. In the U.S., about 1 in 5 African American adults smoke cigarettes. It's estimated that each cigarette you smoke shortens your life by 7 minutes. That's 7 minutes less to spend time with people you love doing what you love each time you smoke a cigarette. Is it worth it? Smoking affects us all.
Hi, I'm Coach Dawson Odums, and if you're looking for a great new or used car, Jerry Lane Chevrolet invites you to come and check them out. Whatever your taste in vehicle is, they got a great lineup to fit your style, and most importantly, your budget. Personally, they're taking care of me with this great truck. I'm a big guy, and this a big truck. It's roomy and comfortable, and it has to get up and go when I need to get up and go. So remember, whatever your taste in vehicles, come visit us at Jerry Lane Chevrolet. Go Jags!
Welcome back to the Jaguar Football Show with Coach Dawson Odums. Of course, we come to you each week from Martha's Bistro, located at 19900 Old Scenic Highway in Zachary, Louisiana. I invite you to come up, taste their delicious offerings. Coach, each week in this segment, we tell the folks about the Alpha Media Players of the Week. Who were the players of the week on offense, defense, and special teams?
Special teams, it was Jacoby Papillon, man, a walk-on freshman that's doing an outstanding job for us in all phases of special teams. Is doing very, very well. Defensively, you mentioned some of those guys' names, but the one guy that stood out was very productive. Joe Davis, a defensive end that stepped in when Aaron Tiller went down. We're going to need him to continue to play well. Offensively, yeah, a lot of guys to pick from, but the general showed up this week, and we're glad he's back 100%. That's Austin Howard.
Very good. Coach, after the game, we had a chance to catch up with Kentavious Preston, and Joe Dupree filed this Coca-Cola player interview.
Well, Todd, we're here with Kentavious Preston. And Kentavious, the Dog Day defense showed up and showed out tonight. You had an interception, key tackles. How did it feel to be back on the field against the UAPB Golden Lions?
It felt really good. We came out this week with great preparation, and we knew Coach Oliver and the rest of the defensive staff, they gave us perfect pre-game plans and what we would see. And we were knocked with a little adversity last night at the hotel, but we just had to overcome the adversity and come out today and play.
You definitely came out and looked quite well. As the defense moves on, as we get closer and closer to the Bayou Classic and the SWAC Championship, what we got to keep doing?
We just got to limit the scoring. We got to stop the run and we got to stop the pass. We basically got to play good defense on all levels for us to get where we want to be.
Well, you heard it right here at the Jaguar Football Show.
Thanks, Joe. Thanks, Kentavious. Coach, wrapping up the UAPB talk, how do we come out of this game injury-wise?
Pretty good. You know, the injury report was well today. You know, we got some guys banged up, but it's been that kind of year. So down the stretch we go. Guys got to tough it out, and, you know, we got to figure out a way to get to the finish line with the guys that are able to play. But we came out pretty safe, and guys were ready to go and eager this morning.
All right, well, we're going to come back and we're going to talk about our final home game of the 2017 season against Prairie View Panthers. this coming weekend at A.W. Mumford Stadium. Stay with us on the Jaguar Football Show with Coach Dawson Odums.
Can you feel it? Can you feel it? No one can stop me when I taste the feeling. Nothing could ever bring me down. Nothing could ever bring me down. Taste the feeling.
Each morning in Baton Rouge, we rise to meet opportunity. We carry the weight of responsibility proudly. We choose our paths. We move fast and we fly high. We light the way for others to follow. We make it happen. But what really matters is what happens when we land at home. Baton Rouge Metropolitan Airport. Fly easy.
Welcome back to the Jaguar Football Show with Coach Dawson Odums. Coach, our last home game of the season this weekend against the Prairie View Panthers. But before the game, Southern University is doing the homecoming parade makeup and trying to have a homecoming .2 because of the weather affecting homecoming a couple of weekends ago. Of course, that parade and other things going on around the game mean distractions for the players. How do you guard against that?
Well, I really think it's the seniors' last home game, and try to keep the guys focused and locked in. The good thing is on campus is not as many activities that will be taking place that we have during homecoming. So we're excited about playing at home. It's this senior group has been, a great group of guys to coach, and they won a lot of football games. And I just look forward to them really keeping the team together and focusing in. And I look for this team really trying to send this senior group out with a victory.
Coach, you talk about Senior Day. Coach, a lot of these seniors have meant a lot to you. Of course, they came in about the time we were winning a SWAC championship back in 2013. So you're talking about guys like Kentavious Preston, Austin Howard, guys who have been stalwarts, Danny Johnson for the program. Talk about what these seniors have meant to Southern University football.
Well, the majority of those guys started as freshmen, and they were able to go back to a championship game in 2014 where we came up short. And a lot of these guys played as true freshmen. So, it would be ironic and, very fulfilling if we could do it again. And a lot of the success that we've had in this run has been to these seniors, man. You called out a list of name of those guys, and we're very fortunate to have those guys as Jaguars. They represented the program with the right respect and in the right fashion on and off the field. And I'm happy to be the head coach of this senior class, and I know they're going to be very productive in society.
Coach, PV sits at 3-4 on the season, third in the SWAC West, coming off a rental win over Bacone College. What does PV have on offense and defense? What do they like to do? Very explosive. They are RPO attacking football team. Really like to get the tight end involved in the running game. And, I really think it's like any other team in our conference. If they can run the football, I think they try to establish that first. But they're very spread on offense and very attacking on defense. So we've been in some shootouts against them. So hopefully, defensively, we can keep everything, in front of us and make tackles and make plays and really keep them out of the end zone. And offensively, hopefully, we can get in there a lot. If we do that, I really like our chances in this football game. Well, there you have it, the PV Report. Of course, we need you in the stadium. When we come back, we're going to wrap up this week's edition of the Jaguar Football Show with Coach Dawson Odums.
I have 2 kids, and like any mom, I want them to be healthy. So I chose Healthy Blue for our Healthy Louisiana plan. We get all our Medicaid benefits and pharmacy and prescription drug coverage. But you know what I really like? I get rewards for taking my kids to their doctor visits.
Choose Healthy Blue. Call 1-855-229-6848 today. That's 1-855-229-6848.
Diseases from smoking kill more African Americans each year than car crashes, AIDS, and murders combined. In the U.S., about 1 in 5 African American adults smoke cigarettes. It's estimated that each cigarette you smoke shortens your life by 7 minutes. That's 7 minutes less to spend time with people you love doing what you love. Each time you smoke a cigarette, is it worth it? Smoking affects us all.
Hi, I'm Coach Dawson Odums, and if you're looking for a great new or used car, Jerry Lane Chevrolet invites you to come and check them out. Whatever your taste in vehicle is, they got a great lineup to fit your style, and most importantly, your budget. Personally, they're taking care of me with this great truck. I'm a big guy, and this a big truck. It's roomy and comfortable, and it has to get up and go when I need to get up and go. So remember, whatever your taste in vehicles, come visit us at Jerry Lane Chevrolet. Go Jags!
Welcome back to the Jaguar Football Show with Coach Dawson Odums. Of course, Coach, we talked about Prairie View being our last home game of the season, but you know, one of the things that we want to stress to the Jaguar Nation and the viewing faithful of how important this game is and how important every game is with the rest of the season, because we're in the hunt for the SWAC championship game. Right now we're undefeated in the SWAC West, and the SWAC West still plays the SWAC East for the championship. So we got to win out. We got to beat PV. We got to beat Texas Southern. Of course, we got to beat Grambling. But as all your players and you and your coaches always tell me, it's one game at a time, and this game is Prairie View.
Well, exactly, and it's at home, and it's a very important game on the schedule, and you figure that, you know, you get a chance to play them at home in front of A.W. Mumford Stadium and the crowd that usually come out and watch us play. You know, we done had some bad weather, wasn't able to get a lot of fans to football games, but this is a game that, you know, I really think we got the type of environment that we can create a very hostile environment at Southern University and just make it one of the most furious stadiums in the country. So let's get people out, let's come out and support it. It's the last time at home you get a chance to watch this senior class play, and we got some opportunities in this class to have some record setters. So come on out to A.W. Mumford Stadium.
Coach, before we close, I'd like to wish our condolences to the Dubrell family on the passing of Mr. Larry Dubrell, a true blue Jaguar and a true fan of the Jaguar Football Show with Coach Dawson Odums. Come on out this weekend.
Go Jags!